structure and a question by the way you use the space and obviously the square, and I found that really interesting. And when you got a bit more of a breather, I'd like to know what led you to that choice. Did you decide that straight away, or did it come out of a period of trying different things, or how did that come about?
I'm thinking about musical. Well, we started off like having no idea what we're going to do this to or whatever. Just like,
It's the same as all choreographers.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and for me personally, I don't know about Sarah, but I haven't done that process before, like just going into it and just collaborating and see what comes out of it, and I think the unfolding of an idea or something.
Yeah,
You take it away.
to add on to that, so the music was composed by a friend of mine from uni, Michael Terran, who graduated last year, and that comes off his EP, which he recorded in the middle of the field. So, and the thing was is that it was a different process for us, because we actually just started off, we just listened to the entire EP and had an improvisation, and we discussed different ideas that came to mind listening to it, because it's such a very, I mean, there's so much detail that's in music that suggests so many different things, with the cars going past, the birds, the piano, and yeah, I don't know, it was interesting because I know you came up with a lot of really beautiful images, and we discussed them, and I think in regards to the very angular ideas that came into the choreography, it was almost this contrast of
Business.
yeah.
Call like traffic, cars.
Yeah.
And I really like the contrast and the tension that was being created between the very intricate movement that we were executing, very detailed, but then this spatial clarity, the linearity in the space, but the incredible complexity within the body, and that I found that very interesting, how clearly you were working within the body, but also with the space. So the first half was that, and then the second half, I think you worked together really well. So it just performed in beautiful partnering. I think my question would be, because again it's a very short work, there were at least two ideas, so the first half and the second half, and I don't know if I think the transition between the two, and so that could maybe be a little bit clearer, so like to unfold a little bit, because I think the first half of that worked really well, and it was clear, and the second one was as well. It's just what leads from one to the next. What is that?
I think you could really explore that more. Yeah. I mean, I know it's only a Spartan saying we appreciate it's only a short work, but I definitely agree from that first idea into the second idea, the connection into the partnering, it could be explored more. I think there's more you guys could get from that, looking at how beautifully you can partner and how that could come together.
It's almost about the questions like how do you crossfade from the one to the next? Both is really clear in terms of the choreography and the imagery and the relationship, but what's in between?
I had another quick question. What choreographers inspired you to? Because I was looking at some of your movements, and obviously I could be imagining totally different. I was wondering if there's any choreographers you've worked with in the last year or two that have inspired you or watched, either worked with or watched. That could be one for later, I'll ask you again. It's one to ponder. I was wondering which choreographers you might have had at college.
I think, I don't know, but like the first section, we started off with just gestures, like how like city people would be like, so we started off like really literal, like a briefcase or like a watch or like different genres.
Is that your process of that?
Yeah, and kind of like abstract it a little bit, so it's not so like I'm holding a briefcase or kind of abstract a little bit, and then I think it's all like a blend and like kind of like what we got out of the whole mesh, and I think also not only choreographers but also like peers.
Yes, true. what you take.
Yeah, like
What
just being
inspires you.
being in Waka like the whole 3 years, we kind of like pick up like little things like everybody and somehow just kind of combine blend. So I can't really pinpoint who exactly. I think it's just the environment.
Collective sort of.
Yeah, like just our experience.
Osmosis almost.
Yeah, our experience in the space.
Yeah, to add on to that, I almost sense that with the combination of peers and choreographers and even observing works, I think it's a combination of your body and your mind getting breath conscious and subconscious information, but not really necessarily being able to pinpoint what the origin was.
Yeah.
So, and I think with 3 years in one institution, with various guests coming in, it is kind of a bit difficult to try and pinpoint specific.
I think everybody.
Yeah. Have you worked with Christina Chan at all?
No, with our year it hasn't, no.
Definitely not had her yet. Audience, any comments from you two fantastic ladies or questions?
It was nice that you said that it was recorded on a film because it took me there straight away. Like I just imagined that as a installation piece in like the Botanic Gardens in Gosford where I've been, and it took me straight there. Yeah, that's nice.
That's a really great point. That is this type of piece you actually could take out of the black box. Yeah, you're right, very easily, and the physicality of it as well. And obviously, you have to think about footwear, etc. But yeah, it's a very a piece that could come into different contexts. So if you were going to think about exploring that further, that's a really, really great point.
That's beautiful. Can I just quick? So what would you say, Christina Chan? Just out of curiosity.
Wow. There's a section of your movement that
Michelle
is,
was leading in.
there's a section of your movement on the floor and with the legs and arms coming over that's very similar to the way Christina moves and similar things she taught at Whopper, and it comes out of the solo she did a couple of years ago. Similar kind of look. That's why I asked.
Fluid language
And then,
kind of transformation.
round of applause for the